Well, not even to be fooling around with it. The suction cup didn't want to stay on the head of that. That suction cup didn't want to stay on the head of that valve very much. So let's just do it the other way. And you put that there compound, coat the face of it there liberally. Just coat it all the way around there. That's really good right there. If you can get it like that right there, you've done good. Put it down in, way down in yonder. Okay, now what we have to do now to turn that valve stem, hey, y'all watch this. We're going to put this, it's a ice pick. We're going to put it right in there like that right there and just turn this. And about every time I do that, I move my hand that way to make the valve come off of the seat, and it finds a different, I'm just constantly going in and out, in and out. And you do that not very much, it won't take much. If the seat itself was true and concentric, and the valve head, if it was constructed correctly, true and concentric, and the right degree of angle, then what I have done right here just now, that should be enough. If everything was done correctly. So what you want to do now to know that if anything was done correctly is you take the valve out, wipe the head of the valve all the way around, and observe the resulting wear pattern. Okay, we got this cleaned up good enough for inspection, and y'all see right around that valve yonder, about 3/4 of the way up, all the way around, it has a wear area. It's about the same width, and we do have some shiny place at the bottom, some shiny place at the top. This valve right here will provide many years of service. We're done with this, and I will wash this down with some lacquer thinner. I'll wash that seat out, and also let's just look down in there and see what we've got when we wipe away the paste, grinding paste. Let's just wipe that away. Yeah, okay, we need to get a close-up of that. Repeat in this exhaust valve, just repeat the same, just what we just done on that intake valve. Just liberally coat that right there, put it in that hole yonder, and I found the easiest way to hold these valves are just from this side over here, and just do them by hand. And I make 3 or 4 turns as the last time, lift it off of its seat, catch a different place, do it again, and all the time rotating the head too. You don't want to be grinding on the same place just no more than's necessary, so that you will have a perfect circle all the way around. That way when your valve moves, you won't lose no compression. Just work it all the way around. And you when you do some of this kind of stuff here, you will get a feel. You'll get a feel when something bottoms out, when it's reached the point where it's making 100% contact all the way around. You'll reach that point. And when you do, you can feel that. Oh yeah. Look yonder. Y'all see that going around through there? Y'all see that? That wear line is exactly right in the half of that wear surface, and it's actually, that's about divided into thirds. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. That's the full amount, and that's about perfect. I'm not saying that because I done it, but you've seen it. We only took just a few turns to achieve that. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. I'm gonna look at the seat, but it's not necessary. Okay, and pick that up and get it where you can follow the light all the way around there, and you can see just that short amount of time the light just goes really nice. Just makes a circle with no waves. That's what you're shooting for. When you see this head again next, it will all be painted. I'm going to go ahead and paint it being I got it off. Rust-Oleum. But I already just kind of assembled it with all the parts. And oh, that did the exhaust. Oh, that's nice. And the intake. Should be a very good head. The valve stands proud of the seat, both of them. The question, I'm sure, has already been ran up the flagpole is why did I save this head? A couple of reasons. This head probably is the head that came on this engine from the factory. It's probably original head. So a repaired original head, you have to weigh it, pros and cons. And I'll just leave that question for comment. Is a repaired original head more desirable than a unrepaired replacement head? I chose to use the two valves, somewhere around $70, I think, total time you get them valves here at the house. They're good. Was it justified? Who's to say? We got that. That's all set and go. The valve job